You all right, Johnny? How you doing, mate?
Hello, Joe. I'm all good, mate. How are you? Good?
Yeah, really good. You were looking after Romford for me?
Yeah, I'm looking after it as best I can. There's plenty of people in Romford to look after it apart from me.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
doing a good job, mate. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Johnny, third fight coming up this Saturday. What have you learned from the first two fights that you can sort of implement into your third?
Especially the first fight was a good performance. I think I dealt with that well. I showed people what I'm about. The second fight was a good display for me, but there's lots I can take away from it. I stopped the game, tough opponent in Phil Williams, who doesn't get stopped too often. But I've taken a lot that me and Mark Tibbs and Steve Andrews have been working on, varying the tempo of my punches, the power of them as well, and just being a bit more all-round relaxed and not trying to take someone's head off with every shot, because I know I've got the power, but I've got good boxing skill as well, and that's what we want to show on Saturday.
Yeah, so it's more a case of if the opportunity arises for a knockout, take it, but box until then.
Exactly, yeah. When the opportunity is there, you take it, but you get the opportunities by breaking people down. You can't just go in straight away steamrolling people, because as you go up the levels, you won't be able to do that. So that's something I'll learn, and I've never shied away from the fact that I am learning on the job, and I will learn these things as I go. And I might make mistakes along the way in terms of not performing in a certain way that people would expect, but I'm getting the results as we go. So that's the most important thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know you shouldn't really look beyond this fight, but how many times are you sort of looking to get out this year?
Yeah, as you said, I'm not really overlooking Danny Whitaker, because he's tough, he's durable, he's been in with some good prospects, and he's got a winning record. So I've got to be on my game. But I want to be out 2 or 3 more times this year. That would be brilliant. But as you said, Saturday night is all that matters. If I don't win Saturday night, it changes the whole picture.
Johnny, I wish you all the best, mate, and I'm sure you'll get the W, mate.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks for speaking to me, mate. Good to speak to you.
Yeah, you take care, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, Joel. If we go to Joe from Seconds Out next, please.
Yep. Hi, Johnny. How are you?
Hello, Joe. You all right, mate? Good?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. So, Saturday night, third fight, as mentioned. What do you plan on doing to your opponent, Danny Whitaker?
It's not what I'm going to do to him. It's the result that we want. And what I want to do is win, and win emphatically if I can. But if I don't win emphatically and I win on points and I look good, that would be just as important for me, because I want to show that I can box as well. But whatever manner it comes in, I just want to get that win. That's all that matters.
And you've obviously got 2 emphatic wins so far, 2 knockouts in your first 2 fights. After the first 10 fights, how much and how important is it to you? I know you've literally just mentioned how you don't always want to get the knockout. You want to learn how to box the distance as well. After the first 10 fights, how many of those do you think there will be by knockout?
I couldn't tell you. Obviously, it's not like I don't want to win by knockout. Everyone wants to win by knockout. But I couldn't tell you. I think my natural aggression means that most of them will be knockouts. But as I said, if I box on Saturday and I win 6 rounds out of 6, I'll be equally as happy with that, because that shows my temperament's changing. My temperament's just getting a little bit more patient with my work. And when you are a bit more patient, though, and you do look for them openings, they come a lot more thick and fast. So with the patience comes the knockouts, I believe.
Is that something you've been working on vigorously since your second fight, not just looking for the big punches and, as you say?
Yeah. Well, yeah, working with Mark properly as well, that's really helped me, Mark Tibbs, because obviously he's been away with big fights with Billy Joe. But now we've really gelled together, and we've had a proper camp together. And he said he's trained me like a 10-round, 12-round fighter he would if they was fighting for titles and things like that. So I'm really privileged to be in that position and have a great trainer like Mark, and hopefully we can show a little glimpse of what we can do working together as we move forward.
And there's obviously some big cards to come this year. You've obviously got Josh Warrington, Anthony Joshua, and probably more towards the back end of the year. Are those the kind of cards you want to be getting on the undercard of?
Yeah, I'd love to box on the Warrington card. Obviously, a big support for Warrington up there, but I could bring a few of my supporters with me. AJ Usyk as well. What a card to be on! I'll fight on every single one. If they give me a chance to fight on it, I'm not going to shy away from that.
Romford to Leeds, that'll be a good journey. A few beers on the way. Do you reckon that you bring a decent amount down there?
Yeah, I've already put it to my supporters that look, we might travel abroad, away some days, or even abroad as well, and they're all up for it. That's all part of the fun of it as well, and having the support makes it all worthwhile.
So is that the card you're aiming for if you get this win, Warrington card on October I forgot the date actually, but yeah, is that the card?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd fight on that one definitely. But as I said, I'm not overlooking anyone because Danny Whitaker is tough, he's durable, and he deserves my respect, and I will give him that. I'll give him my best performance and all my focus on him on Saturday night.
We'll look forward to that. Thanks for speaking.
Thank you. Cheers, John.
Thanks, Joe. If we go to pro boxing fans next, please.
Hey, Johnny, how are you, mate?
Hello, mate. How are you? I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. Just a quick question. I'm hearing the language you're using. You're very focused on these sort of first 10 fights of your career and building your skills and things like that. What I want to know is, how do you stay so grounded during this period? You've got the biggest promoter in the world, you've got big manager, you're fighting on all these big shows. How do you stay focused on these lesser opponents when your name's getting quite big? How do you stop yourself from dreaming of the big fights, basically, at this stage of your career?
I think, yeah, I know what you mean, but I think it's because I understand how hard the sport of boxing is, and especially as a heavyweight, it can all end at any point. You come up against someone who's a big puncher or someone who's everyone can hit in the heavyweight division, so you've got to be on your game at all times. And I don't like to disrespect my opponents, so I don't like to think of myself too big-headed, because I know I've just been given a good chance. I'm on a great platform, the best platform in the UK, if not the world, in terms of matchroom boxing. So I'm very, very grateful, and I'm privileged to be where I am. And I've got to prove myself, and that's what I'm starting to do. And I am getting a name for myself, but you're only as good as the performances you put out, and that's why I've got to perform on Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. Cheers, mate. Good
No
luck
problem, mate.
next week.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, if we go to boxing social next, please, Josh.
I hope you're well, mate.
Hello, Josh.
You touched on there wanting to fight on some of the bigger cards towards the back end of the year, and obviously you've already fought on a couple of big bills. I just wondered, does that add any extra pressure, especially at the stage of your career you're at? You know, you're at the learning stage, you're at the formative stages, and you're on these kind of big shows with a big promoter and a huge platform. Do you feel that extra pressure?
There is pressure any fight you go into, but I think the pressure of the debut really stands me in good stead, because I was quite an unknown entity. Sam Jones has been pushing me, and then I was getting shout outs from Tyson Fury. Lennox Lewis was sending me good luck messages, so that's a lot of weight for your debut to be under, especially coming from my limited amateur background. So I think that's going to be money in the bank, so to speak, when I come to these bigger stages on these bigger cards. But every new occasion brings a new challenge, and I've got to be ready for that extra pressure when you are fighting in front of big stadiums and big crowds. So I have got to be ready, and there will be more pressure, but the pressure can make you perform, or it can make you fold. So hopefully I'm going to be one of them people who comes to the light when it comes to the pressure.
Stand you in good stead, mate. And the other question I wanted to ask you just about the sparring. Obviously, we've seen on social media, and I think we've all heard stories of some great spars between yourself and Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. I just wanted to talk about how important that is at your stage of your career. How vital is it that you get those rounds in with people like Joe Joyce and like Daniel Dubois? Yeah,
definitely. Let me just end this call. Hang on, sorry. Can you hear me? Yeah. Basically, for me, with my limited amateur experience, the sparring's been a sort of my apprenticeship into professional boxing, and it can be done that way. And I've learned off, as you said, Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, Fury, people like that. But I know sparring isn't any replacement for a proper fight, an actual fight, but you can pick things up from that. And I've got to use that experience to then get the experience in the ring under the lights. So it does stand me in good stead, and I'm looking forward to seeing how I can progress from a different, unconventional route in many ways, because a lot of people win amateur titles, they go to the Olympics. I haven't done all of that, but that's why I think my journey is exciting. I've sparred a lot of these top guys, Dave Allen included, Fabio Waldo, who's fighting on the weekend. So I'm excited to see how my journey progresses.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks a lot, mate. Cheers.